Hi there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 326 of our Be a Better You annual challenge, which is also day 22 of our No Nonsense November 30-day challenge. And today we're talking about leading ourselves first. Today's topic is lead yourself first. What the heck does this mean? It means, of course, that before we can lead other people, we need to actually be a leader to ourselves. We need to lead our subconscious thinking. We need to lead with our beliefs and our core values. We need to be bought into them if we ever expect anybody else to buy into them as well, as a person of influence in a lot of different areas in our life. There's even if you don't think you're a leader, you're probably a leader somewhere in your life. So how do we go about leading people in the way that not only helps make the world a better place, but helps them and helps, whatever situation we are finding ourselves in with them? Number one, set the example. I talk about this all the time. I mean, kind of ad nauseum, but it's so true. We get out of everything what we put into it, and we need to put in to our relationships, into our businesses, into our life, into our mental well-being, our spiritual, financial, physical well-being, whatever is necessary to create the life that we want. So today we're talking about self-leadership and how it builds credibility. If you show up and are who you are and consistent across the board in living by your standards and by your core values and setting boundaries, people will come to understand that they can trust you. They might not like and agree with everything that you believe, but guess what? They're going to trust you. You are going to let them know if you do or do not agree. You're going to have enhanced communication. You're going to have better relationships. You're going to have better results in every area and aspect of your life if you lead yourself first. How are some of the ways you can do that? You can set morning routines. You can have daytime routines. I have so many routines and habits. It's almost comical. I don't think I could even write them all down unless I did it as I was going through them, because I've built so many of them into my everyday life. Why? Because I totally believe in continuous improvement, that every day here on the planet, we are here to become a better version of ourselves, a slightly better version of ourselves in some way, shape, or form. And if we consciously pick and look for that, that's exactly what we'll create in our life. At least that's what's shown up in mine and the people I work with. So we teach others how to follow, and by setting an example. So if I expect everybody to be on time at family gatherings, at get-togethers, at meetings, at work, at any kind of an interaction, then I sure as heck better be on time and set the example for that consistently and across the board, unless, of course, there's some kind of an emergency. Clarity creates confidence. So if we are clear on what we stand for, what's important to us, and these are all types of leadership, right? If you own a business, you might know what I'm talking about. You have to set the structure and the framework for the business that you're creating with respect to what are our core values, what's our mission, what's our purpose, why does this even exist? Why do you exist? Why are you here on the planet? What a great question for today. A little bit bigger than what the topic is, but I think about that all the time. Why am I here? What is my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing to make the world a better place? What am I supposed to be doing to be a better human being? And guess what? Whenever I ask that question, something pops up. So today, our action item is to actually become self-aware and look at your life and your results, because our results tell us everything. Yesterday we talked about results are feedback, right? They're just telling us what we put in for energy and what we're getting out. And that applies to every area of our life, whether we believe it or not. So today, think about and become self-aware of, are you setting a good example? I'm going to tell you, a lot of times we think we're setting a good example, but we're actually not. I think I've been working on this year, and I mean all year, being more flowing with my granddaughters, right? They're toddlers, they're 2 and 4. So they're at a very independent-seeking, risk-taking juncture in their little lives. They're testing and tweaking and trying to figure out what works for them, which is what we all need to do. But we also need to let them flow and go with that. But I'm like a worry-wart helicopter grandma, so that's hard for me. So I'm getting better at that. Been working on it all year, and I will continue to work on it until I feel like, hey, yeah, I got a good balance with this. I'm good. Yep, go ahead. jump off that mini ramp, do what you're going to do. And that starts with me. Everything starts with us. Have you started to notice that yet? I have. Everything comes from within us and starts with us. Anything we want to see in the world, we need to demonstrate, set the example, and create that in our life. And it's not going to be the whole world. It's going to be in our world. So today, look at that and find one thing that you're super proud of that you're doing and setting an example for. For example, I create content every day. It's my 8th year in a row of creating video content every day. I'm pretty proud of that, right? Because I'll tell you, in 8 years, do you think there's been a day or two when I just didn't want to get up, get cleaned up and do it? Maybe, yeah. Might, the first year, there were probably 100 plus days of that year that I didn't want to do it, but I still did it, right? Because I wanted to set the example for the people that follow me that if you just do it and take action, yeah, you're going to suck at first, but guess what? You get better and better and better. You get more comfortable. And the truth is, all you got to do is be yourself. Now, I did forget, but I'm going to grab it since it's in my hand and on my lap. I'm actually remembering today. Our card for today, or my card for today, getting into the vortex, is my imagination attracts all cooperative relationships. Meaning, what I imagine and put out into the universe and give energy to and focus on and think about will attract the right people, the right resources, the right things into my life that I need to create whatever it is that I want. And then for Dr. Wayne Dyer, Everyday Wisdom for Success, we've got commit to thinking about what you want rather than how impossible or difficult a dream may seem. How many people do we know of that have done incredible, impossible things that nobody else had even actually taken action on? And I say that because it doesn't mean other people didn't have the idea or the notion at the same time. I've got a business story from marketing in college when I was going to college in Texas. And I had this idea for different colored and textured pantyhose, right? And if anybody wears pantyhose anymore, I have no idea. I don't wear them anymore. I think they were Spanx and slimming things instead. So I had that idea. I did a marketing project on it. I put it out there. And within like 6 months, somebody else had actually acted on that idea, and you started to see them everywhere. And so that just goes to show you that ideas are everywhere, and whoever plucks it out of the universal wisdom and acts on it and will create it in their life. And so I always think of that when I think something isn't working or something is challenging or impossible. I'm like, I don't know. I think pretty much anything is possible if we just believe it and we take action toward it. And if it feels good to us, it doesn't feel good to us, it's not for us. If you're in a situation that doesn't feel good to you, lead yourself first to understand and realize what needs to happen with that situation. And it always is with us, right? It always starts with us. It reminds me of the sell yourself first. If you want to get other people to buy into you, we're all salespeople, right? We want people to be our friends. We want people to be in relationships with us. We want people to trust us in whatever capacity that we interact and engage. All right, I'm digressing. Go ahead, make it an awesome day. Share in the comments below one place you are leading and one place you could do a better job, set a better example. I could set a better example in my selection of food choices for my granddaughters sometimes. All right, that's it. Have an amazing day. If I can help you in any way, any questions about this, all you have to do is ask. Bye. It's not going to let me finish.